Nobody enjoys seeing the flashing red and blue lights of a police car in their rearview mirror, but traffic stops are fairly common in Texas. In fact, almost every driver has been stopped by police at some point in their driving career. Sometimes police officers have a legitimate reason to stop a vehicle, while other times the officer may conduct an illegal traffic stop. My name is Carrie Marquis, and I'm one of the attorneys here at the law office of Bryan Fagan. I'm here to elaborate on some reasons for the police to stop you and what to do if the authorities do stop you. A police officer must have a reasonable suspicion that you have committed a traffic violation or violated a road rule in order to stop your vehicle lawfully. For example, an officer may pull you over if you exceed the speed limit or have a broken tail light on your vehicle. A skilled Houston criminal defense attorney, like those here at the law office of Bryan Fagan, can meet with you to discuss the details of your traffic stop, criminal charges, or arrest. We can then assist you in developing a strategy for moving forward with your case, including developing a solid legal defense for your criminal charges. We can also represent you in all court proceedings and assist you in negotiating a favorable plea bargain with the state prosecutor in control of your case. But first, let's go over some reasons for a police stop. Police officers can initiate a traffic stop if they have reason to believe you have committed or are committing a traffic violation. Traffic stops are frequently initiated by police officers because drivers violate a traffic law, such as exceeding the speed limit or failing to yield the right-of-way to another vehicle or pedestrian when necessary. Drivers fail to use their turn signals at the appropriate times. Drivers weave through heavy traffic or back and forth in their traffic lanes, or fail to yield the right-of-way to an emergency vehicle. When an officer sees an emergency vehicle stopped on the side of the road, drivers sometimes fail to change lanes. Minor traffic violations can also be used as a pretext by police officers to stop a vehicle. For example, suppose the officer suspects you're intoxicated or impaired by alcohol based on your vehicle's movement. In that case, they may pull you over under the guise of a minor traffic violation. If they determine you are impaired during the traffic stop, they may request that you take a field sobriety test. If you fail that field sobriety test, you can be arrested for DUI or some other drunken driving offense. A police officer must be concerned for their own safety to search you during a traffic stop. For example, if the officer notices something on your person that appears to be a weapon, they can conduct a weapon search. However, the officer is only permitted to conduct a limited number of weapon searches. During the search, they can only look for weapons by doing a cursory pat-down of your outer clothing. If the officer discovers something that appears to be a weapon during the pat-down, the object may be removed from your person. A police officer must have a valid reason to extend a traffic stop beyond the initial check period. The officer may issue you a warning or a ticket if your license is valid or if you have outstanding warrants. You should normally be free to leave at that point. There are things you should say, and more importantly, things you should not say during a police traffic stop. You must provide basic information to a police officer, such as your name and address. If the officer requests, you must also provide them with your driver's license and car registration. Drivers have a legal right against self-incrimination under the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution. As a result, if a police officer arrests you during a traffic stop and informs you of your rights, they must also inform you that you have the right to legal counsel during police questioning. You are not required to answer questions from the police officer about whether you've had anything to drink or how much you've had to drink. Hopefully this helps you figure out why the police have stopped you. Give us a call or visit us at bryanfagan.com to help you more. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and enable post notifications if you liked this video. Don't forget to like us on Facebook for more information.